Edsedric Sambo has been working in the hotel entertainment sector since 2016. Ever since he has gotten a taste of this lifestyle, he has never looked back. He's a true entertainer with a heart for his job. Passion and positive energy are key in his genuine entertainment style. Legend even says he can turn a smile on your face simply by walking by.
This is what people need to learn to do. Remind yourself of the fun moments, of the good experiences, and like you say, don't take yourself too seriously. Just enjoy life, because by taking it to yourself too seriously, you're not gonna live longer anyway. So just enjoy what you have, enjoy the now.
I'm Dario de Dobbelare and welcome to Ciao Ciao Bye Bye, a show about living life abroad in the hotel entertainment sector. Here, we dive deep into what it is like living all over Europe, meeting thousands of people, pushing boundaries and living life to the fullest. Today, episode 2, How Happiness Brings More Happiness. My guest today is an entertainer with a fire in his heart, Edsedric Sambo. Cedric, welcome to the show and thank you so much for coming. Please introduce yourself to our listeners. Who are you? Where do you come from? And where do people know you from?
Thank you very much, Dario. First of all, my name is Cedric. Of course, people know me as Cedric, but my whole name is Edsedric. I'm originally from Curacao, that's the Caribbean island, but I live in the Netherlands right now. And yeah, most people know me from, let's say, TUI, because I've been working for the TUI company for 4 years already. I started in 2016. And I've always been working in the entertainment department. So they know me from hotel entertainment in any TUI hotel. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What is it you did before, actually? I've never asked you. What did you do before entertainment?
Oh, before entertainment, that's a good question, because I tried a lot of studies here in the Netherlands, because I finished my secondary school in Curacao. Then I moved to the Netherlands to pursue, of course, you're going to pursue, your future studies and everything. I tried a lot of studies, but they didn't work out. So at the end of the day, I was just like sitting there thinking, okay, what I want to do with my life in the future. And then suddenly it came to me, and I just auditioned for, I went to the assessment day for entertainment in 2016.
So you saw like an advertisement that they were hiring new people.
Exactly, because it was so funny, because I have a friend that works also for TUI, but in the cabin crew department, and he told me to go apply because they're looking for new cabin crew attendants. And that's how I ended up on the website of TUI, but not on the cabin crew, but in entertainment. And 4 years later,
I would love to see you giving like one of these safety instructions on the plane.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, two up.
I think you would do an amazing job, to be honest.
All the time. Funny. Yeah, so it was funny, because from one thing led to another, and I found a job, and since then I couldn't be happier. Of course, now we are in different times, different situations, and exactly. It's a little bit sad, but there's nothing we can do about this. Just sit, hold tight, and hope everything to get better soon. Yeah.
Exactly, because we will get there. We will get through it. It's just we're waiting for a vaccine now.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we will get through it, definitely. So, which destinations did you work in?
Oh, that's a good question. I've worked in quite a few destinations. If I'm not mistaken, there are 6. I started in Mallorca. After Mallorca, I worked in Madeira. After Madeira, I went to Lanzarote. If I'm not mistaken, let me check. Yeah, Lanzarote. After Lanzarote, I've worked in Gran Canaria. After Gran Canaria, I've worked in, let me think, Rhodes. Yes. After Rhodes, I've worked in Croatia. So that's the last one.
It's quite a list already.
Yeah, it's quite a list, and keeping in mind that Gran Canaria was 2 seasons in one, so basically I did 2 seasons in Gran Canaria. So I started for the winter,
summer, right?
And winter, summer, yes. So
that's like for the people who've never worked in entertainment before. It's like from when would you start then? October, November-ish?
But I did winter too. So this is a little bit more advanced again. Winter too. So I started January until March, and then I stayed for the summer as well, which was of course March, April till October again.
Yeah, so you're there for like 9-10 months, something like this.
10 months, almost 10 months completely. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time for to be in one destination. It's
exactly.
very rare for entertainers to stay this
Exactly.
long in one hotel.
Yeah, normally for me as well, it's very rare, because this is why I love the job as an entertainer and working for the company, because you travel a lot. Every time after the destination, you go back home, and then you get sent to another destination, and that's the part of the job that I like the most. People are always a little bit afraid of it, and always asking me, "Are you okay with this?" But that's exactly what's keeping me in this job, in this business, because I love the change of scenario. Working somewhere else, meeting different people, and this is why I cannot see me doing another 9 to 5 job, but not entertainment or something around, that area. So
it's like you never get the time to get bored of the job, because
exactly you always get challenged with something else. Yeah. Exactly. Every time something.
Every week you meet like hundreds of new people in the hotel.
Yeah,
it's a crazy experience.
It's crazy. It's so fun. It's so nice. And I'm like, I never regret any of my decisions. But if I could, I would go back and start it earlier in this. That's the only thing. I would just start earlier with entertainment. So that's the only thing. Like I feel for myself that I started too late. I could have enjoyed it a little bit more if I started earlier. But everything happens for a reason. So I never look back to decisions in the past. I just learn from them and move forward.
Is it that you say you would want to have started earlier because then you would have spent more time in entertainment, or is it because you feel there is an age difference between yourself and the people you are working with around you?
I think it's mostly the first. So I could have spent more time in entertainment and meeting more destinations, more places, and of course the second part is a little bit involved, because of course when you're getting older, maybe from my mind and spirit and soul, I don't feel like that, but my body is gonna start telling me, hey, calm down. You're not 22 anymore, because I haven't mentioned now, but I am 32, so that's 10 years older than the 22. And my body at one point is gonna start telling me, hey, you cannot do all these crazy moves anymore. Oh, this show is too much for you. Come on, you cannot do this. So at one point, I still feel young. I feel comfortable with it, but at one point, you will, of course, and so the other part comes in that you want to maybe settle at one point and start maybe building a family and all these things.
Would you see yourself doing something like this, like still working in the entertainment sector on like the Canary Islands and settle down over there, find maybe a contract with one of the hotels, or even switch between the hotels so you can stay in like the same region?
I see myself, to be honest, I would love to keep in the industry, like entertainment business, but of course keep growing as well. Like I started as a trainer, now I'm team leader. I want to keep growing, going up higher, taking higher steps. And at one point, I don't know, maybe settle at one destination, but even like that, when I'm settled in one place, keep traveling as well, maybe give trainings or maybe, providing for other hotels. So things that will keep me moving as well in the job, even though I'm based at one place, that I can still travel to like visit other destinations and see other things, help improvement. So something like that. This is where I can see myself in the future.
A nice balance of the two worlds would be ideal, right?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Because I don't see myself only like sitting in an office 9 to 5. That's definitely not for me, because people that know me, people that you know me, you know me as well. People know how crazy and how energetic I am. So I could not be sit in between four walls, because I will tear down the place. Because
I totally believe you.
Because
like
people that people that are listening to this, maybe they don't know, but we shared that first part of my season in Gran Canaria. We shared a little bit because you were the team leader there when I arrived. Before you left, so we worked a few months together. So this is why I say as well, you know me very much, because we worked together for a few months. So
I can totally imagine. I don't see you working in an office job or sitting down. You need to move. You need people in your life. How is this for you actually now, like quarantining? Because I really know you as this extrovert person. How is this experience for you, like in not meeting so many people?
the funny thing about it is, that people don't know, because I have so many phases of my personality, and when I'm not allowed to do this, like travel and talking to other people, now that I'm quarantined in the Netherlands, I'm just basically at home with my family, with my sister, and with friends online. Like I have a PlayStation, so I just online with my friends. So then I spend time with my friends mostly then online, and this is how I just spend my time, watching TV, watching sports, or playing games. Game a little bit with my friends.
Yeah, what
games
are you playing then?
Mostly FIFA, of course. We play. Yeah, I either play like
a new one.
Yeah, the FIFA 21 is out, so it's a little bit crazy now as well, adapting with the new game. Or I play Call of Duty as well with my friends. But so yeah, it's a whole different community, but it's a community as well. The gaming community.
Yeah.
So I have my friends on this platform, which is the PlayStation, and sometimes this is a funny thing. Sometimes I combine them because I meet people in the hotel, like in real life, and they also are game. And then we start talking about this, and then we add each other on PlayStation, and then we become friends as well on the PlayStation. But there's some people on my PlayStation that I've never personally met, but we always spend time on the PlayStation together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this is how the quarantine days are going now. Just staying home, staying safe, watching TV, following all the news and all the developments of this whole, COVID situation, and yeah, most of the time just chilling on the PlayStation with my friends then. Yeah.
If people wanna play a game of FIFA with you, where can they find you on the PlayStation? What's your PlayStation handle?
That's the thing, because I am a very, very, very competitive player. So
I know.
Like when I'm in that mood, I'm like, I want to win. So I don't like to give out my PSN to everybody, so it's like I need to know you very well, because
they need to earn
I don't want to, I don't want to have the situation that I'm in the middle of a game, like an intense online game against somebody that I don't know, and maybe the game is tied up, and then somebody just keeps sending me requests, and then this thing is gonna distract me so hard that I might lose the game, and it's gonna end me up blocking this person or deleting from my friend list. So I'd rather not give out my PSN just easily.
Fair enough.
So if they want to follow me, they can find me on social media, like on my Instagram, if that's open for public. So.
And then they can earn your respect there.
Exactly. They can follow me. Follow me on my
Instagram handle?
My Instagram is basically just my name. So Edsedric or just Cedric. Edsedric Sambo or just Cedric, and it's easy to find. So just like my name, and I think I'm the only.
We'll also put it on the show notes or in the description down below. So if people want to find you on Instagram, they can always go and check it out over there.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's one of the ways. Like my PlayStation, I keep it a little bit more for my private life, So not everybody. Yeah.
So you said you've been working in all these different destinations. Is there like a favorite destination you have?
Woo! I always get this question, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard to answer, to be honest, because every destination is different. Every destination is brought something and meant something to me.
Yeah.
But every time I say, if I have to choose, it's hard, but I will choose Gran Canaria. Gran Canaria because it's been 10 months. So basically, people I've been working with in Gran Canaria, we built such a bond. Yeah. And normally you work 6 months with some people, but in Gran Canaria I stayed for that long that I didn't only build like a bond with the people I was working with in the hotel, but as well with other entertainers from other hotels that every time you go out you meet in the bar or in the pubs. So
you had like your friend, you had like your local friends basically.
Exactly, yeah, and they're also entertainers, so, and they are still there, so sometimes I'm watching them on social media and I see them like, oh yeah, I remember when I always used to be there as well. So it meant a lot to me, Gran Canaria meant a lot, so I would definitely have to stay with Gran Canaria because it was such a fun experience as well. And that was my first season as well when I changed concept because I was working for a family life.
That's
Gran
right.
Canaria was my first, yeah. Gran Canaria was my first season in Soneo, and I loved
So
it.
maybe
Like
for the people listening, family life is more like the hotels you used to work in were like bigger. They're quite big hotels. Also the team size is like
the teams are bigger.
15 to 20 people, right?
Yeah, so, yeah, or either 20, 15 to 20, 23, 24
Exactly.
people. So it's a bigger
15
teams.
to 20 exactly entertainers, and every entertainer has like their dedicated task in the entertainment department. So you have like different kids entertainers, sports entertainers, singers. It's like very you're very specialized in these teams. And then you made the switch to Soneo, where for the people listening, Soneo is more like a low-key entertainment concept with usually smaller teams. The average size of the team is more like 3 to 4 ish.
Lower budget as well. So and
exactly. Yeah, there are 3-4 star hotels instead of 4-5 star hotels. So it's a different approach to entertainment.
Exactly. And like you said, it's a different approach, and people always be like, "Oh, so it's a little bit more less than." Like, no, basically, I maybe thought the same, but as soon as you start, you realize it's actually so much fun because you have less restrictions because it's not so so much money and so much how you call it, trademarks and things you have to be careful with. You have so much more fun with the less. I say it like this: less you get. You have so much more fun because it becomes more about your own creativity. It becomes more about what you have in the team and how you're gonna use it. So you don't have like proper guidelines in Soneo like you have in family life. And this is why I was like so amazed. I was like, wow, so we can actually do this. We can actually do this, and it worked. And so since then I was sold. I was like, nah, I'm staying with Soneo now because I love it.
I'm in.
Yeah, people that don't know as well, I have a dance background. When I was here in the Netherlands before, like I told you before, I was studying. I did 2 years of dance academy as well. I was trying to become.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I did dance academy. I was trying to do dance teacher, but at the end of the day, the question came because this is why I always stop with the studies, because when I'm in the study, I'm like asking myself, do I see myself doing this till when I'm 60 or 65, about to retire? And every single time the answer was no, I don't see myself doing this. So I was like, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna continue, because if I cannot see myself now already doing that, I'm just gonna get frustrated at one point. So I was like, why should I spend 4 years of my life trying to finish this career, and I know now already that I'm not gonna follow it? So this is why I always stopped, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna find something else that I can see myself doing till I become old. And that's the reason I stopped. But yeah, I did dance academy for 2 years. I was trying to become a dance teacher. I did get a good experience from it. Of course, my dancing skills improved a lot as well, because they're actually going, they go like proper. When you go for
hard.
ballet class, it's proper ballet, it's proper dance, jazz ballet, it's proper African or whatever you're doing, urban, contemporary. So I have a lot of dance background experience, and in Soneo, I had more the chance to bring this out again, like on stage as an entertainer, performing in the team shows, because the other concept was a little bit more, the shows are about for the production team
cast.
show. So the production cast, they are doing the shows. We are doing kind of like the pre-shows and everything, but they are the main show, or we have guests, local acts. But in Soneo, we do everything in the evening, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
I think a good way to compare it, it's like when you would watch like a live concert of Family Life, you would compare it to like a whole concert with like all the different instruments and everyone's playing their own role, and then Suneo is more like the one man band you find like on the streets. He's like he's
doing
drums,
everything.
the harmonica, the flute. He's singing. There's a bass drum. He's doing everything in the same time. And it's
and then, to be honest, when you see that, you stay still for a little bit, because you're like, how is he playing the drums and the flute and beatboxing and singing at the same time? Because
while
that's
doing aqua gym.
Yeah, exactly. And this is why people get so amazed, because when you see one, like the less amount of people doing so much things, you're like, how do you do that? But when you have a bigger team. Yeah, exactly. Because if it's a bigger team, they know, okay, you guys are in charge of this, you guys are in charge of that, so okay, I have to go to you. But when they come to us, they're like, were you not just doing that? Why are you doing this now? How can and this is the one question we always get, the one question. Do you guys even rest? Do you guys when do you have a time off? And
when is your break?
Yeah, exactly. When is your break? This is why they always ask us, because we're always around, but we have our breaks, but because we're always doing everything, they think we go on and on and on without breaking anything. But we do have our breaks. But it's like, because we're doing the next thing as well, they don't realize it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fun. Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the job, apart from like the new experience you continuously get?
The fun part of the job. I think the best part of the job is like I always say, the meeting new people, entertaining people, and providing them a great holiday, because holiday is, for many people, the most important part of their life, because you've worked hard for a whole year or something like that. You've been saving. Some people have been saving years and years to go to a holiday, or with a family, or just couple, or with friends. And for me, it's important to see the satisfaction in the faces when they're leaving, or even during already, that when they leave, they don't want to leave. It's like they want to stay longer, because they are enjoying the holiday so much. They're having so much fun with us that they don't want to leave. They want to stay for longer, or they want to keep in touch with us to know where we're going for the next time. This is the satisfaction they get from it. And this is why I love this job, because I know that I gave them something that they will not forget, because it's the moment where they want to relax. They choose not to just stay around the pool, but join us in the activities, because they're having fun. Because this is the part that people don't realize. Sometimes you're working so hard, now you go on holiday, so people be like, yeah, you're just gonna stay in your hotel room, or just stay around the pool, relax, and sun. Do nothing. Exactly, do nothing. But some people have so much fun with us. Instead of doing nothing, they're always there in our activities. Even before we arrive, they're already there waiting for us.
Yeah,
and I'm
they're
like,
helping
wow.
you host and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
This.
They're helping us. They're taking care of everything. And I'm like, you're on holiday. Relax. Take it easy. But no, they just wanna be part of the whole thing. And this is crazy. And this is the best feeling you get, because you're doing your job, and at the same time you're just having fun with people who came on holiday to relax. And this is
you
why
might
I'm like,
not even have met otherwise if you were doing a different. It's a crazy experience.
And it's not only the meeting, it's as well the environment in which you meet them. Because if maybe the same person, I meet that person basically where they live, let's just say, for example,
in England.
In a bar in England, they know tomorrow they have to go to work, so they may be a little bit more stressed and not receptive to conversations and things like that. So it's the way you meet them as well changes.
I never thought about this aspect, that actually the way you meet the people is maybe what makes it so interesting. It's a very nice thought.
Yeah, because it's so nice, It's like people never really think about it, but as soon as your holiday finishes, you go back to your work. You're already in that mindset, from okay, I have to wake up. Yeah, I have to go to sleep at this time. I have to wake up. I have to do this.
Have responsibilities. Take care of the kids. Cook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And when you're on holiday, you're just chilling a little bit more, because you don't have that much responsibilities anymore. If you go with your family, of course, you're taking care of the kids, but you don't have to prepare breakfast or anything, because the hotel has it for them. Because most of the time, the hotels where we work, they're all inclusive, which means you don't have to worry about food or drinks or beverage, anything. You just go to the restaurant, kids grab whatever they want, you grab whatever you want, and that's it. So it's so nice, meeting all these people. and doing fun things like activities like sports. This is also like,
Yeah.
sometimes you do aqua fitness, you get to play football with them, you get to play whatever, like French bowls, and
Yeah.
aqua fitness, you get to jump in the pool and have fun with them. So it's so fun. It's so fun, It's the
Yeah, and
best job. It's the best
it
job.
feels so. Yeah, you feel so. I'm not even sure if it's a word, like vitalized. Like
Yeah.
your stamina,
Yeah.
you feel it going up through the season because you're always on the move from the morning till the
Exactly, yeah.
evening, where you feel like you get energy from moving
From them. Exactly.
Because for myself, when I was when I'm tired on a season. And in the morning, you're like, oh my God, it was maybe a little bit too late yesterday, or I went a little bit too hard yesterday. And then you do the first activity in the morning, or you do like aqua gym around the pool, and afterwards you feel like energized from
Exactly.
moving. It's very contradictory when you would think about it, but somehow you get energy by not allowing yourself to rest.
Yeah, because like you mentioned, it's that little aspect as well that people sometimes they don't get it, they don't understand it because they haven't done the job maybe. But for example, like you said, you be like, oh, it's been so late yesterday, I think I'm too tired, and then you go. And the first thing you meet, for example, is that one guest who's always cracking
Yeah.
jokes with you or always having a laugh. And then
The
you
little
meet that one
3-year-old.
person. Yeah, exactly. You meet that person, they give you that one little comment, makes your day, and you have energy for the whole day. And then maybe as well, sometimes you're like, okay, after the daytime, you're a little tired, and then you're like, oh, we have to do evening now. We have the team show. I'm so tired. And then you start the evening. People start cheering for you in the first dance. They start
Exactly.
clapping. And then you're so revitalized, like you say, you have the energy to go through the whole team show, and you're like alive again. And then you don't even
Yeah.
realize you're tired until you actually drop on the bed, and then
Oh
you
my
close your
God.
eyes, then you feel it. That's
You're
when
gone.
you feel it. But then, yeah, exactly. And then the next day is the same story. So it's like it keeps repeating. You feel so tired at the end, but at the start you feel so revitalized again with the energy around the hotel.
Yeah.
And this is why sometimes people don't get it. But as well, if you have those guests that are a little bit like, lazy, and I mean, okay, but those guests, they're not very, energetic with you. They don't give you the feedback
Yeah.
like when you're doing
Not
the
very
show or something.
receptive to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit harder for us as well, because then you're like, oh, we need to push these people a little bit more. They're not following. So it's always nice to have the guests that are involving, and you realize right away, because as soon as you see, oh, this group of people, they're always with us, then you focus more on them as well, because okay, these are the people, they are here just to chill, have a drink. They're not really here for the entertainment. So then you don't want to drag them too much in it. You just want to have, it's their holiday, so they are entitled to do whatever they want on the holiday.
Most definitely.
So if they don't want to join, that's okay. We understand. You do you, and we're gonna do our job with the ones that actually want to get involved.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, if they want to come and watch one of the shows in the
Exactly,
evening,
yeah.
they're more than welcome to, and usually they do.
Yeah, exactly. And then they watch as well, and then they see how we interact with the people that interacting with us. And sometimes that's all they need. Sometimes they don't want to join in, but they just want to see it, So they're
Yeah.
like more like, oh, that looks nice. Okay, yeah, I'm liking this. It looks nice. I don't have to join with it, but it looks nice, so I like it.
Yeah, they
And
want to
this is-
see you do something. They want to
Exactly,
watch.
yeah.
They want to watch
Yeah.
volleyball, or they want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to play. I just want to watch. Yeah, and they just want to watch and
Yeah.
laugh, because they know
first-
there's something fun is gonna happen.
At first, when I started entertainment, and guests would tell me like, "No, I just want to watch," I thought it was just like a nice way of saying they didn't want to join. But no, actually, they do
wanna
want to
watch.
watch.
Exactly. Sometimes people don't want to play, but they just want to watch because they know it's gonna be fun. Some people are gonna be making jokes. Some people are gonna be good at the
Yeah.
sport, and this is how they get entertained, not by playing it, but by just watching whatever is happening on the field. So
Yeah,
it is
it took-
true. You have
It took me like 2 years to figure it out that actually people want to watch them. They've just been honest to me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like this is the thing. Like most the one part I always love is when I have my aqua fitness, because of course it's around the pool, so you have to start, of course, announcing the aqua fitness, and then by the time I've been working 4 years already in the company as well, so now which like nationalities are a little bit more involved,
Yeah.
and which nationalities are less involved in different types of activities that you
and
do.
how to
right?
approach them for each activity.
Exactly. So when I do like my aqua fitness, for example, I go around the pool. Then I see the people. I start announcing, okay, aqua fitness in 10 minutes, aqua fitness 5 minutes. You always get some people, and this is. I'm not even joking. I'm not even lying about this. Some people always like this. No, I'm okay. I just want to watch. It's okay. And then suddenly I start. I start with my aqua fitness. I'm like, okay, you stay there. You watch. It's okay. And then I start, and then suddenly they jump in because they just want to watch,
They
but then they
feel
realize,
the
oh, this is
energy.
actually, yeah, they feel the energy. They see how people are enjoying it in the pool, and they're like, no, I need to be in the water for this because this looks so fun. And I don't even mind because
then they float around for like 2 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
exactly,
They
yeah.
slowly approach, like
Yeah,
pretending
yeah.
not to be willing to join, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
they're in.
Blam, they're in. And that's the fun thing because some people as well, they join in for just like maybe 1 or 2 songs because that's the ones they like, and then they leave. I'm like, okay, that's okay as well, you know. They join at least because they're like, oh, this looks fun, and then they leave because they're like, okay, no, that's it. We had enough workout for our holiday. But
Yeah.
it's always nice to see when you can change somebody's mind without pushing them. So like without
Yeah.
actually forcing them to join in.
To
but
plant the
just-
seed in their mind, and then to see your idea grow, and like
Exactly,
it's,
yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
even like
And then-
it's not even like manipulating someone. It's more like stimulating. You're pushing the right
Exactly, yeah.
buttons, and then you see it unfold itself.
Yes, correctly. That's correct. That's the right word. Like stimulating them to join in. So
Yeah.
And this is why like I can talk hours and hours about this job because there's so many aspects of it that I love that I'm like I don't know why I didn't do it earlier because maybe I just didn't know about it. But even when I applied for it, I didn't know it was gonna be like this because when I applied for the job at first, I thought it was gonna be something I'm gonna be doing for 3 months. Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
go home, and then I have to start looking for a job again.
Exactly.
So when I applied and they explained everything, the job roles, how you can grow as well in the company, I was like, wow, this is actually bigger than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be some fun and games,
Yeah.
and then ciao ciao, bye bye, you know. But it's not. Hey, see what I did there?
Yeah, hence the name.
Yeah, but it's not. It's actually you can always stay attached and like find a way to stay in the industry in the entertainment business without having to be all the time maybe on stage, without having all the time to be in the activities. But there's other ways that you can still be involved with it, but not maybe on the front seat, you know, the front page,
Yeah,
like in
yeah. Not
So-
as a soldier, but maybe like as a strategic,
Exactly, yeah,
strategic
exactly,
planner
yeah.
or something
Exactly.
like this. Yeah,
And this is why I love it. Yeah.
To get back to what you were saying, that there's like a lot more to it for yourself to explore in this field. I found out like over the years that most people, when they start working as an entertainer, they do it for like 1 season, and then they're gone forever. Or
Exactly,
they
yeah.
stay for like years and they build
Exactly,
build
yeah.
an entire career out of it. It's very strange. I never really met someone in the middle who's like, yeah, I can do this for a few years and then I'll see what happens. It's like, or they do 1 season and never again, or they
Yeah.
stay and it's like they're addicted to the job and
yeah.
they need this.
Yeah.
They need
It's
this in their
crazy.
life.
And you have those that say, I'm just gonna do this for 1 season, and then suddenly they're hooked. They're hooked for life, so they don't stop anymore. And it's crazy.
It's almost like heroin. It's like
Yeah.
when you never do it, there's no problem. But once you take it, it's like
You can't
you're
stop.
in it
Yeah,
for
you're
life.
hooked. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're like, I heard about it, but nah, I don't want to try it. And then when you try it, oh my god, I want more. I want more. Give me more of this. And yeah, but it's fun. It's fun, you know.
Yeah, but it's healthy. I think it's
Exactly.
It's healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe heroin wasn't the best comparison. But,
Exactly, yeah.
It's as addictive, but it does enrich your life, and
Yeah, exactly.
It teaches
builds
you
you
a
as
lot.
well.
Yeah, it builds you.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
maybe not just building. I would say it shapes you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It shapes you as a person.
Yeah.
And you get to learn a lot, not only about people, but as well about yourself. And that's the most important thing. You learn a lot because let's keep in mind, we've been talking about all the fun and games because that's who I am. But keep in mind, working in entertainment, it means 6 months away from all your loved ones as well. That means away from your family, away from maybe if you have a partner, away from your
Yeah.
partner. And this is where it gets hard, and this is why some people cannot handle it, because that's the other side of the story.
Yeah.
Some people will feel homesick and they want to go home after the second week already, maybe after the first month. Some people, not everybody is built the same, and then these people, you understand, of course it's not the same for them. They are not the type of person to stay away for that long, and this is
Yeah.
the other part of the
Which is
of the
totally
job that,
fine.
yeah, exactly, it's totally fine, but this is the other side of the job that you also have to keep in consideration when you maybe want to apply for it. Can you handle 6 months away from all your families? Can you
Yeah.
handle actually 6 months living by yourself with people that you have to learn and have to learn to
From a
accept
different
as your new?
culture,
Yeah,
speaking a
exactly,
different language,
exactly, yeah,
who you maybe might not become friends with if you would meet
exactly,
them on the streets or like
exactly,
as a
yeah,
colleague in a different job, because then you form one of the nicest things I've learned in this job is that you form these very intense bonds with people you maybe would not have formed a bond with this tight
at all. Yes,
in a different situation when you would be living at home and you already have your loved ones and you already have your family around. This is
yeah,
something I have taken away from a lot, and it has taught me many lessons and become, like, I would say, um, a wiser person. Why not? Yeah, I would say a wiser
of
person,
course, yeah.
learning experiences from people maybe you wouldn't have gotten to know as deeply or gotten into as deep of a conversation with if you would have met them outside the
Entertainment world.
entertainment world, because I mean
Yeah,
you're like thousands of kilometers away from home. And you're working together from the morning till the evening, and even when you have a day off, you're you're together. When you take a
yeah,
break,
yeah,
you are together.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
It's
So
almost like a
it
marriage.
yeah, exactly, you become like family for that season, because these are the person that you see a lot, and these are the persons that are going to be like your relatives for that season,
Yeah.
because these are the person you're going to see the whole time, and like you said, when you're day off as well. So it's a whole different experience, and let's not even talk about, imagine when something goes wrong in that group as well, and then you have to keep it professional, but
Yeah.
you maybe you don't want to see this person again, but you need to work together, because you're a
Work,
team,
live.
and
Maybe
you,
you share
yeah,
even like an apartment or something.
exactly, and then you need to figure it out, because these guests pay a lot of money to enjoy the holiday, so they don't want to be there and listening to whatever is happening between you and your team.
Yeah,
They
because
just
someone
want to
put
have fun.
the bread in like a wrong shelf, or someone dropped something in the, yeah,
Exactly, yeah. Or maybe came home too late and then stormed and then
made a
kept you
noise
awake
coming
because
home.
making
Yeah.
noise. Yeah, so these are the things that maybe also can happen during the season, but you as an entertainer or even team leader, you need to find a
Handle
way
them.
to keep the balance and handle it so that the guests don't get affected by it. And this is the tricky, these are like, now we're talking already a little bit more about the tricky parts and
Yeah.
the things that are not so good in the entertainment world, but
I
um
I would
let's
say
let's
they
be
are.
honest.
I would say they're not that they're not good. I would say they're not very pleasant to
Exactly,
go
to
through.
experience.
But
Yeah,
I think they are good in the way that they do learn you. They do teach you a lot. They really teach you how to handle different people, and you can apply the things you learn in these situations when you're negotiating for like the next job, or when you're
correctly.
even when you want to buy a car or something, and you want to read
Hmm.
the salesperson who is
Yes,
selling you a
exactly.
car, learning to negotiate,
Hmm.
learning how to talk, speaking what's on your mind. These are very good skills, even for like people
Hmm.
management and stuff like this, that you can
Yes.
use in your next career step, or even in a relationship. When you
Yeah.
enter a relationship with someone, you can apply
Mhm.
what you have learned. And I would say that they do help you in the end, in like the
Yeah,
long run.
exactly. Because yeah, like you said, it's these things help you a lot. Like for example, for me as well, I've learned a lot from these things when they happen during the season, because let's be honest, you can go around and say, oh, this season was perfect, all roses, flowers, but come on, everything in life has an up and down,
Yeah.
and in this job is the same. But it's the question is, what do you do when you reach those downs? How do you learn from it and move on? And to be honest, this after Croatia, this was my third season as a team leader,
Mm-hmm.
and I've experienced a lot. So I've been through a lot of things, and they taught me
Okay.
a lot. So I've learned a lot of things that I know now, in maybe a future, how to approach it differently, how to not do something, or how to exactly do it again, just like that.
Yeah.
So I've been learning a lot as well from this job, since I started already as an entertainer, and now as a team leader. I've just been learning and learning a lot from it, and it
Can you give
builds you
maybe? Can you give an example from your side?
from uh, from my side.
You don't,
Something that
yeah, you don't
maybe
have
I
to
learned.
name names or something if
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to, but
No, no,
just
no. Yeah,
like
exactly.
to paint a picture.
Yeah. For example, like let me think. Let me think. For example, a good explanation, a good example is, for example, like, we as a team leader, you have team meetings, and then you have to address your team about things that happens in maybe things they did well or things they did wrong, and then you also have to explain, okay, how we're gonna do this now, from now on. And as a team leader, you're talking, you're holding the team meeting, and you're telling them, okay, from now on we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and then later on you get this reaction from your team. Oh, but I didn't know we have to do this. And then as a team leader, like, yeah, but we discussed this in the team meeting. And,
Yeah.
and maybe sometimes they're like, oh no, but we were too tired, we didn't listen to it. Oh no, we forgot. And then as a team leader, I've learned from this to be like, okay, so next time,
Breathe.
how do I have to approach this so they cannot come with that? So then you learn, maybe, okay, maybe next time, you make the notes, and next time mail it to them as well, or print it
Yeah.
out, have
Because
it on paper.
the easy thing would be to just get mad and say no, you need to pay attention when we're holding a team
Exactly, yeah.
meeting, but you learn to take
Yeah.
responsibility and see. There's
How
a
to
there's
improve.
a very common saying that only a fool takes the same actions but expects a different
Expect
reaction.
different results. Yeah,
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 different
different
results,
results. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and it's such a simple saying, but actually it really means a lot when you truly apply this in life, and you just take responsibility for everything which happens in life, even if it's not your fault. If you just take responsibility,
Yeah,
it makes it
exactly.
so
Yeah.
much easier to not be stuck in this moment and actually move on and see what's ahead of you.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, it's the learning curve as well. Like, how do you accept that thing? And I need to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite stubborn. I can be quite a stubborn person sometimes. So
Yeah.
like, if I have my opinion about something, I can be very how you call it? Very I can be very clear about my opinion, so I can be very like
Yeah.
like I can make people know very easily that I agree with something or I disagree with something,
Yeah.
which also helps, benefits, but also doesn't help a
Sometimes
lot
it
sometimes.
intimidates a person.
Exactly. Sometimes I have to exactly take it down a little notch. I have to exactly be more calm about some things, and
Especially as a
it
team
helps.
leader, right?
Yeah, exactly. As a team leader, because it's a team leader, so I have to lead
Yeah.
them, and I have to always be that one person they need to feel they can approach me with for time,
Yeah.
because I'm not a dictator. I'm the team leader, so I need to give them that feeling that if something is wrong, they can come and talk to me about it, and not give them the feeling, oh, they don't want to talk to me about it because otherwise they're gonna get in trouble.
You know, I
So
always
it's
thought it was an interesting balance to hold as a team leader. You're because you're still in the team. You're doing still all the activities. You're still on stage with them,
yeah.
but somehow you are like superior, and it's a very hard balance, especially in the beginning. Where do you place yourself in the team? How do you lead the team without exactly being too bossy and still being
Exactly.
involved in the team? Because also guests will notice this if they see you around the pool, and you're like true superior.
Yeah.
You're like over the team. You will see this
Exactly.
in the way the team is reacting to you or how you're talking with one another,
Mm-hmm.
and you really want to keep this friendship with
Exactly.
everyone. And I think it's a hard thing to balance, but once you master it, it's a very beautiful life skill to apply
Exactly.
once more to new projects in life.
I couldn't agree more, because it's the balance which is the tricky part, because either you're gonna end up being, if you don't have the right balance, you're gonna end up being too bossy, or you're gonna end up being too friendly, and then they're gonna just walk over you. So you're not
Yeah.
gonna have the authority anymore. So you have an authority that you have to keep as a team leader, but you don't want to abuse it, or you don't want to lose it either. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a thin
You're on
thin
this
line.
tight rope.
Yeah, you're in a tightrope. Like, you don't want to be too bossy, but you don't want to be too friendly either. So they can do whatever they want. So you need to be calling the shots, but at the same time, it's
Get the
hard,
team
because
involved in every
yeah,
decision.
exactly, yeah. You need to be calling the shots, but you need to make them feel as well involved. So yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So yeah, I need to be the one making the calls, but I don't want them to feel that I'm the only one making the calls. I want them.
Yeah.
I want my team to feel
It's more
involved
like
and
you need
appreciate
to
it.
be the one addressing the calls.
Exactly,
Rather than, yeah. It's a very strange balance. And it's quite hard to truly
Mm-hmm.
describe it to someone who's not been in this situation before, because this goes through when you're working, but also when you're not working. You want to be the like the supportive role in people's
Exactly, yeah.
lives. Because for many of our colleagues or team members we are working with, usually like the average entertainer is 18, 19, 20 years
yes,
old.
yeah.
Usually
yeah.
they don't really
Correct.
get older when they do their first season than 20 years old. Usually, I'm talking about like 90% of the entertainers.
Yeah, the average, yeah.
And they just got out of school, can be college, can be high school. They've done like an internship, or they've worked
Yeah,
alongside
internship, yeah,
their
yeah,
studies,
something like
something like this. But it's like the first time they're working full time. Plus, like
Exactly.
you've mentioned before, they go to a different country. They leave their families. It's the first time they
Yes.
go away from their friends, and it can hit very hard on them. And then you also need to catch them and make sure you don't stress them too much in their job, because this is a very huge step which takes a lot of courage and a lot of courage to take this step. You really need to support them and help them discover themselves, because I've noticed that for people it's easy to forget this, that the first season is very I don't want to say hard, because it sounds very negative, but it's very impactful.
Exactly, yeah.
And you need to remind yourself of this.
Yeah, I would say the first season is very draining. It's draining. It's,
Yeah.
So it takes a lot, because I can remember my first season as well. And let's be honest here. I wasn't even 18, like you said. My first season, if I'm not mistaken, let me go back in time. Yeah. I was 28. But I remember my first season being very draining, energy draining, because I wanted to learn so much. I wanted to, be there. I wanted to do my job correctly. And I remember the first 2-3 months of the season or something like that. Every time I went home, because I was doing entertainment, so we worked day and evening, I was never involved with when the team is going out or having fun, because I was so tired. I was like, no, I'm just gonna sleep. And then after the second, third month, then my body started getting used to the thing. And then after the third month, I started actually joining the team with when they go out on the evening, on the night out or something, But the first season, if you don't balance it well, it's gonna end up very draining for you. Because imagine, that was me, because I was 28, so I was a little bit more experienced in life. So I was making the decisions, calling the shots.
Already, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I was like, I need to work tomorrow, so I'm not gonna do this. Maybe when you're 18, You don't think about it that much. You're like, oh, going
Yeah.
out? Yeah, let's go party. Yeah, I'm in Ibiza right now. Why not? Let's go party. Or
Yeah, you're
I'm
surviving
in
just on
Mallorca right now.
character. You don't need the eight
Exactly.
hours sleep. You can do
Yeah,
it with like 4 hours because you
yeah.
have this young mind and the mind is strong enough.
And that's what they think, because then the next day when they at work, they have to wake up early, and then you can see in their faces that they're not ready for the whole day again, because
Yeah.
they didn't think it through. Because you're young, you're young, you just want to have fun, and
Yeah, and
then
I mean,
you're
you've
not
worked hard. You've worked hard. You're like, I
exactly.
deserve
Yeah.
this.
Exactly. So you went out partying, forgetting that tomorrow you have a long day of maybe aqua fitness, and you
And it's
have
like
to do
5 o'clock
football,
at
and you have
night. Oh my god.
exactly. And then the next day they like, I want to die, I want to die. We hear this a lot. Oh, I can die right now, because that's the maturity that it's not there yet. But this
Yeah.
is how they learn. This is the process.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
and they do
we
learn
all,
it.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because we all been 18. Everybody does mistakes. Everybody does stupid things. Everybody makes some calls that you're like, oh, I should have not done this before. I should have not done this.
Yeah.
And this is how they learn, because like you said, it's the first time they away from the families.
Exactly.
There's no mother or father involved. They don't have to come back home at the same time, because they know they're living alone now, or with housemates, not with the family anymore. So they just go out, and I'm gonna party till 5
Discover the
o'clock. My
limits.
mom is
Yeah,
not there.
they try to discover where their limit is.
Exactly. And then when they find the limit, then they know, okay, next time I'm not gonna do this. But that's the process. It's
trial
like
and
for
error.
us, yeah, exactly. As an entertainer and as a team leader, it's a process, because it's such a different world out there. Like people only see the fun when we're doing our job, but they don't see what's happening behind the curtains. Behind the scenes, when we actually, like, in a way of saying, we take off the entertainment shirt and we go back to
The
just
magic.
the person.
Yeah, when the magic
Yeah,
drops.
exactly. So they don't see me when I'm just Cedric, not Cedric the entertainer anymore.
Yeah.
But they don't see me when I'm just Cedric anymore.
Actually, that's a good question. Is there a big difference between you, Cedric the entertainer, and Cedric as a person? How would you compare
I would
these
say
two?
I would say not, because I'm very passionate in everything I do. So all my friends that know me know that I talk a lot. So so that's perfect for the job.
Yeah, I think
But-
that's why I invited you on the show, by the way.
yeah, you're gonna have like for 2 weeks. You're gonna have this production is gonna be for 2 weeks long. So don't worry.
we're gonna
You
have
can
to
cut
split
this for
this.
5 days. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just split it into 10 episodes and
Yeah,
then we have
exactly.
the first
Second
season.
part 1. Yeah, I'm gonna have like 6. It's gonna be a sequel of 6 parts or something like that. So you're welcome, by the way. But yeah, so basically I talk a lot, so that's something good for the job. But all my friends as well, when they know that I got this job, they know this is just perfectly for me, because in school, everywhere where I was always energetic. I still remember when I did chemistry, my first year in the Netherlands. I went to study chemistry, and I still remember this day, because it was such a day, a highlight of that year. We were like in the laboratory doing some tests, like doing some research. So I was with my white coat, with my, the glasses, protection glasses, everything. We're doing other things, and suddenly I just went in the site, started moonwalking, turning around, spinning, doing Michael Jackson
can
kick
totally
in the class.
imagine.
In the class with my chemistry uniform things on, and
Yeah.
all my classmates were just looking at me and laughing. They're like, he's crazy. And this is why I was like, this is something for me, because this is who I always was. I always wanted to dance, making noise,
Yeah.
be present. But the funny thing is as well, I have the other side of me that many people don't see, because they only see the funny. But I like sometimes, as extrovert that I can be introvert as well. Like when I decide that I'm gonna stay to focus on something introvert, I can be like so socially awkward that
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be in touch with anybody. So like I can disappear for a while, just
Yeah,
because
like a
I need to
turtle,
focus on time. Yeah,
you
exactly.
crawl like in your own shell.
Yeah, crawl in my shell. Yeah, I can crawl in my shell as well and just disappear, and use that time to build myself, to learn, or even to break myself, to build myself again. So that's the side of me that I don't like to talk about it or show people, because
Yeah.
I use it for my own my own development,
Yeah, your own
my own
growth.
development part. But I can be there as well. I can go there and be as introvert as possible. And because I since as a kid I think a lot. So I don't want to call myself an overthinker, but
Mm-hmm.
I do think a lot, and my mind never stops. So I'm always thinking, philosophizing about things,
Yeah.
making theories about things. So I'm always studying everything, and this is why I don't want to stress people, and this is why I have the happy side of me. I think just to
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
not make people. I know the world is already a stressful place, so I don't want to be part of that. I want to be a part of the change, a part of what's different. Even
Yeah.
though I see all the stress, I can relate with it. I can understand. I can maybe even see the cause or the core of things that's going wrong. But I don't want to be talking about it and giving it more
Yeah.
attention. I
You
just want
just
to
accept
try
that
and
they are
yeah,
there, and then you focus on, or you highlight the parts that you prefer highlighting. It's more
exactly.
like
I want to promote
Cedric
what's
the entertainer is more like an amplified versions of the qualities that Cedric as a person wants people to see. It's like you amplify certain parts of your
exactly.
personality,
Yeah.
and of just you as a person in general.
Exactly, yeah. Because I don't want to be sitting there and talking about like because everybody has them, but I don't want to be sitting there and just talking about the sad parts of my life
Yeah.
that makes people feel, depressive or sad, or I want people to smile and and have a laugh and enjoy life and see things positive, because those things that happened to me in my life helped
Mm-hmm.
me to become the person I am right now. So
Yeah.
I look at them and then I learn from it and then I move forward. So I don't want to be
Yeah.
keep bringing it up, because it's like calling for self pittiness. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't want to
I
do that.
totally understand.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I just want to move forward and keep going, get the good things, and move forward for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice characteristic, a very nice trait to. This is something I admire in you as well. You can sense that the positivity you show to the people when you are working. You can feel that it's a genuine one, and I think that's one of the reasons why you've been working for this many years as well. You can see that there is this inner fire in you, and
Yeah.
it's not like, I don't want to call any shots, but just to paint a picture, like the stereotypical Disney experience where it's like, ho ho,
Hmm.
and everything is happy and everything is
Yeah.
joyful. It's
Yeah.
more like you're still this very, how would I formulate this? You have like this raw happiness inside you, or no,
Hmm.
raw positivity, and this
Hmm.
shows off through you as a
Yeah.
person. And I admire this. I really like this a lot about you.
Thank you very much. I admire you too, because I admire, and thank you so much for saying that, because it means a lot to me when people tell me this, because I don't want to sound cocky, but people, I had also guests always telling me this as well. This is something I get
Mm.
a lot, and it's because this is what I try as well. This is like from myself. From I don't wanna be the perfect entertainer. I just want to be empathetic to the
Yeah,
guests that are coming. I
a
just want
true
to
entertainer.
yeah, I just want to be a true person to them, and then let them have a good time. And I every time somebody say something like you tell me, then I appreciate it a lot, and then I keep working hard enough to never lose this character, this quality, because the more responsibility you get, the I realize as well as a team leader now,
Hmm.
the more stressful it can become sometimes. And then I'm like, I don't want the more responsibilities to dim, that shine, that little thing
Yeah.
that drives me to do this job. And every time somebody tells me something like you just say, it motivates me to keep going, and to never get caught
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
more.
It's something I remind myself of to when I do start doubting, and I notice that I'm getting too serious, or too serious with myself. It's just I keep saying to myself don't take yourself too seriously. And I love this saying, because especially in the Western society that we live in, I realize that people take themselves too damn seriously. Like every decision they take, it's like their life depends on it, or that the whole society or the world is gonna get destroyed when they make the wrong decision. But in the end of the day, when you make a wrong decision, no problem. Take a good one next time. It's like take your lessons from it. Don't take yourself too seriously. If you have any ambitions, or if you want to start a new project and you're thinking, what are my friends gonna think about it, or what's my grandma gonna think about it? Really, this is something we need to reignite. I think even in maybe like school systems or something, or really ignite this power in young people. That why do I say young people, by the way? Because I think they have more room to shape their vision for the world.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is something I would like to see change within my lifetime, like really spark creativity, spark excitement, and spark passion a little bit more in people's minds. And like I said before, just don't take yourself too seriously. It's a very nice thing, and remind yourself of it. Get it tattooed on your forearm or something, so you see it every day. Don't take yourself too seriously. It's a great tattoo, actually.
Yeah. And that's funny. That's funny, because like you say it, it's always the fun things that you need to keep as a highlight in your life. Like now that you're just talking randomly, I don't know why it kept in my mind. Like it's always these memories is the ones you have to keep. Like I remember, I'm not gonna mention name, but I was working with a guy. He's a crazy guy. He's a funny guy, and even last year in Croatia, I was talking to guests. They don't know nothing about what I'm talking, but suddenly, like, there's an awkward silence, and suddenly I just say, "The weather was nice today," and this is something like people that they don't know, he's laughing because this is you. It's like when you remember once we had like the training, and then suddenly there was an awkward silence.
All the entertainers and team leaders. We meet in this one central place. I think it was Mallorca, and it's like a formation. So everybody's together, and we are teaching people and learning about our own job for like a week or something.
And then suddenly we're just the team leaders there, and then there was like a quiet, there was a silence, and Dario just got like, "The weather was nice today," and then suddenly everybody starts laughing, and like because it was the perfect moment, and then like I'm doing this at my next season, people don't even know you. People don't know the story, they don't know the situation, but I'm just there mentioning it because it reminds me of a fun moment, and then I just keep bringing it back. And this is what people need to learn to do. Remind yourself of the fun moments, of the good experiences. And like you say, don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Just enjoy life, because by taking it yourself too seriously, you're not going to live longer anyway. So just enjoy what you have, enjoy the now, and stop worrying and stressing too much.
I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I couldn't agree more. Actually, we're entering like the end of our conversation. I only have like a few more things I would like to ask you. Now, the first one is: do you have any advice or like tips and tricks you would give to people who are interested working in the entertainment sector?
Well, this might sound cheesy, but the first thing, of course, I need to tell them is be yourself. So never pretend anything, because the most important thing is to be yourself. Why? Because that's the only way you will find out that this job is actually for you or not. If you pretend to be somebody else, you always have to live up to that expectation, and it's going to cost you more energy. But if you're just being yourself, it's either a yes or a no. Because let's be honest, like I said, I don't think I'm meant to be a 9-to-5 person sitting in the office. And maybe you're not the right person to be an entertainer. But the only way you can find out is by being yourself. And then you will know that that job is for you or not. And then the second part is, don't be afraid. Like, if you're not sure it's for you or not, but you still want to give it a go, just give it a go. Go for it.
And don't take
then you will
yourself too
know.
seriously. Just
Exactly.
try
Don't take
it.
yourself too seriously. Yeah, just go for it. And then even if it's not for you, you will take something with you. And
Yeah.
that part will you will always keep it. And yes, this is. And one other thing I need to add is it's not only fun in games. Like it is about fun and having games, but keep in mind that it's a job, and every job comes with the more serious things. Even though you don't have to take yourself too seriously,
Yeah.
but every
There's
job
downsides
comes.
to
Yeah,
every
yeah,
job.
exactly. Everything comes with the aspect. So just keep in mind of that, and stay open for improvements and to learn. Yeah, that's the first thing.
Yeah, stay
Be
open is a
ready to
very
learn.
nice
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And be ready to learn, because if you've never done that before, believe me, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn only not the most important thing you're gonna learn is about different nationalities, because many people maybe haven't traveled. Maybe you traveled a lot, but you haven't shared a lot of different countries,
Yeah.
different cultures. You can travel. Maybe I can go to Spain for 2 weeks,
Yeah, and
but
you
that
stay with
doesn't
your
that,
family in Spain. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't teach me anything about the Spanish culture. Maybe I can visit a few places, but that's it. But if you're staying in Spain for 6 months, that's something different. Then you will actually learn a little bit more about that culture.
Yeah,
And
you
as
might
well,
even become a little Spanish.
exactly. And not only that, if you stay in Spain for 6 months, for example, if I'm from the Netherlands, for example, and you have to work every day with British guests, you learn more about the British culture as
Yeah.
well. And since I've working with Nordics,
Nordics
British,
is like all the Scandinavian
yeah,
countries.
it's
So
like
we
all the
have
Scandinavian countries. So like Sweden, when we're talking about Nordics, we're talking about Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Norway, and of course, this is when I started to learn more about these cultures, and it helped me as well, because then I learned things from them. Then I'm like, why didn't
yeah.
we do this? Then I look back from my small island, and like in Curacao we used to do this like this, and then like this we used to do better than them, and then I see they do this better than us. So why don't we? Why did we never learn about this? And then it helps you widen your um how do you call it? I don't even know the word for this, but
Your horizon.
you
I think you can just say horizon.
exactly, yeah, yeah, and it makes you a better person. So if you want to do this job, be ready to be open and to learn from other different cultures.
Yeah.
Don't be too quick
Basically
to say no, we don't do this. Yeah,
basically be a
don't be
sponge
too
and
quick.
take
Yeah,
everything in.
exactly,
Take everything in,
exactly,
and then
yeah,
you can still see which parts you drain out afterwards.
exactly, yeah. Because that's the good word. Be the sponge. Because if you're too quick to be the brick, you will never learn anything. You cannot always come in and be like, no, we don't do this like this. I don't want to do this. Be receptive, and like you say, the sponge, then you can just squeeze it
Yeah.
again and drain it out and don't use
Yeah.
it. But be open and receptive for new experiences and new learning process.
So yeah, there's some very nice advice. I think people can really. This would be very helpful if someone would have told me this before I started. I think my first season would have gone a bit
A lot
smoother.
different.
Yeah, a bit smoother, most
Yeah.
definitely. Are you going to do another season? How does it look for you right now?
Right now, well, to be very honest, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I never told the company that I'm stopping working, because
Yeah.
that's not my plan. So I think I'm just gonna be on the waiting list to see what's gonna happen. If they give me a call and offer me something, I will of course accept it. But for now, there's nothing really on the list, because with all lockdowns coming in again, the second wave and second quarantine, so it's a crazy time. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I don't know for sure which places are gonna be open or not.
Yeah, we need
So,
to wait and
but
see.
yeah, but from my side, as soon as something comes up, I will definitely take it, because I love the job. So I never told them that I'm stopping. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's not
yeah.
my plans
So
either.
you're still open for
Yeah,
it. I was just wondering because
exactly.
maybe due to
Yeah,
the current pandemic, you changed your mind. I
yeah,
didn't think so, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to pick your
yeah.
brain
No,
and see.
the only thing, of course, I will do right now is try to find something locally to,
Yeah.
of course, keep making money. But as soon as they call, I will get
What
ready, get my luggages, and be on the first plane to wherever I have to go.
What is locally? In which part of the Netherlands are you right now?
I am in the Netherlands. I am right now in Rotterdam. So yeah,
In Rotterdam.
in Rotterdam.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if anyone listening from around Rotterdam has a nice opportunity or a job for Cedric, please hit him up. His Instagram is in the description below. So feel free to get in touch with him.
Yeah, yeah. Give your man a call, and then we can figure something out. You know? Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Why not?
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Then I have one more question for you. At the end of each episode, I ask the people who they would like to see coming on this podcast in like a different episode. Who would you like to see joining me for an episode of Ciao Ciao Bye Bye?
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it's already on your list, but I would definitely love to see my best buddy. We work together, Sammy.
Sammy.
You need to fix it.
Yes.
Sammy, yeah.
Sammy from Belgium. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a nice one. So, Sammy, if you're listening, you're now nominated. So maybe I'll get in touch with you soon to record an episode with you.
Wait a minute. So does this mean that you asked Timo this as well?
I asked this to everyone. So for the people listening, when we are recording this episode, the first one was not online yet. So Cedric has no clue what has been said in the first one. But yes, some people got nominated. You'll have to listen to the episode to find out.
Okay. Yeah, because that came in my mind now because you're asking me to mention names. So okay. But yeah, so that's my first nominee, of course, Mr. Sammy. So yeah.
Cedric. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you joining me for the second episode ever of Ciao Ciao Bye Bye.
And yeah, there's nothing else for me than to say thank you for inviting me. And like we say, I think there's nothing else to say then. Ciao ciao.
Yeah,
bye
exactly.
bye.
There's only one more thing to say. There's only one more thing to do. I hope you enjoyed listening to the second episode. I would like to thank our guest Edsedric for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or whatever platform you use. I'd be grateful if you could leave us a review and share it. If you have any thoughts on today's episode or topics you would like me to further touch on, email me at info@darislow.com. Thanks again, see you next week, and as always, ciao ciao, bye bye.